A train with 100 people gets attacked by deadly demons. Only one cancer patient survives. The film opens with two laborers, deprived of financial freedom, staying back at their worksite to weld and construct a rail track near a spooky tunnel after the rest of the laborers leave. One of the two friends catches a horrifying demon devouring the other friend on the tunnel's ceiling. The scenes then cut to the Sankara railway station, where a regent and his potential investors are being welcomed by Mr. Bara, the Sankara resort's owner, and a bunch of entertainment girls. The regent, Santoso, promises to develop their resort furthermore if they cooperate and comply with his conditions. Simultaneously, two sisters, Purnama and Kembang, arrive at the station and take a look at the train's miniature version to figure out the route that will take them to the Sankara resort, where everyone at the station is headed. Purnama states a fact about the route, according to which the train will go under 5 tunnels. A few concerned wives hold a strike outside, demanding to have their missing husbands back. A middle-aged woman named Ramla appears as a suspicion when walks away from the protesting women. Santoso becomes concerned, but Bara conceals the situation by having the station guards take the wives away. Purnama and Kembang approach the train's host, Tekun, and ask him to take a picture. Purnama feels attracted to Tekun the second she sees him. He points them towards their economy class cabin, which is 5th and the last one. While the girls settle down, Santoso and the investors open a bottle of champagne and celebrate their journey. Bara gives Santoso the entire credit for the beautification of the train and resort. While everyone sings and has fun in the economy class, the awkwardly silent Ramla joins them and takes the help of a stranger to place her luggage on the rack. Meanwhile, an escaped felon is spotted in the 2nd class who's getting away with his girl and a bag full of money. Ramla sees a laborer with a half-burnt face in another cabin, so she goes after him, but he vanishes. She spots Santoso with Bara in the 3rd cabin and tries approaching him, but the hostess forbids her to enter their cabin, where Santoso is complaining to Bara about the strike back at the station. Back in cabin 5, Purnama secretly writes her journal and doesn't let Kembang read it. So when Purnama goes to the bathroom in an emergency, Kembang reads her journal and finds pictures from the time when Purnama fell severely sick. On the other hand, Purnama starts vomiting in the bathroom, not acknowledging the presence of a dead labor in the mirror reflection. She doesn't feel well, so she stays in the bathroom. Soon, the train goes through the 5th tunnel. The conductor notices the 5th cabin's door opening and shutting on its own, so he sends a crewman to fix the door. At the same time, the ghosts in the tunnel target a little girl passenger from the 5th cabin. Kembang worries for her sister, so she goes to check up on her and finds out she's in the 4th cabin's bathroom. When the crewman reaches there to fix the door, the ghosts take him and detach the cabin from the train, which stays behind in the tunnel. When Purnama comes out of the bathroom to find her entire cabin gone, she runs to the 1st cabin and talks to Tekun about the mishap. Cabin 4 finds out about this and creates panic, but Tekun lies to them by assuring they have secured the 5th cabin in the tunnel and everyone is at safety. The guy, who helped Ramla with her luggage, demands an explanation from Tekun and believes he's lying to the passengers. Meanwhile, the sisters sit in the 4th cabin's staff room, where Ramla is also present. Purnama feels sick and runs to the bathroom once again. Kembang receives a call from Purnama's doctor after getting her contact number from her father. He rushes Kembang to get Purnama checked soon because her lung cancer surgery went unsuccessful, and she's avoiding the doctors ever since. When Purnama returns, Kembang scolds her elder sister for hiding the truth about her health from her. She breaks into tears while confronting that she's dying, and she'd rather spend her final days traveling with her little sister rather than being restrained in a hospital. Subsequently, Tekun goes to check up on the power circuit and finds slime and gunk seeping out of the wiring. Things get worse when he sees the reflections of the dead people. When the conductor shows up complaining about the malfunction in the communication radio, Tekun breaks the news about the detachment of the 5th cabin. The conductor also loses all kinds of communication with the control center, which becomes a huge problem, but he orders Tekun to lie. He walks through the 2nd cabin, where everyone is complaining about the poor signals, and approaches the sisters in the staff. He tells them that the departure crew has taken care of the passengers and the luggage, which will arrive at the resort soon. As a token of apologizing, he upgrades them to the 4th cabin passenger and shows them the way. Luckily, the hostess stops Purnama to pay for her tea first. In the meantime, the train goes through the fourth tunnel, during which the passengers from the fourth cabin become possessed by a female demon crawling on the ceilings. This time, Kembang witnesses the detachment of the fourth cabin with her own eyes and becomes traumatized. Santoso and Bara spot them from the dinner table and approach them. There, Ramla brings to their attention that each cabin gets detached when it goes through a tunnel, and it will keep happening until the last one. Bara shames her for being superstitious and preventing their area from being developed, but Kembang vouches for her and tells what she saw. Bara accuses her of being influenced by Ramla and asks Tekun about the status. Poor soul uncomfortably lies about things being taken care of. Santoso sidebars with Tekun and begs for his help in knowing the truth. Bara goes back to his cabin, where he spots gunk on the couch. He wipes it clean and goes to see the conductor in rage. There, he finds out that all sorts of communication have been cut off and the power circuits are malfunctioning. Hence, Bara plans on getting to the resort station from where they will send help for the detached cabins, but the conductor shows him the recorded CCTV footage of the demons killing the people in the detached cabins. Bara orders him to delete the footage and let the police deal with this matter, while he requests him to prevent Kembang from influencing their elite passengers with her stories. Back in the staff room, Santoso apologizes for the inconvenience and upgrades the sisters and Ramla to VIP cabin, but the conductor reminds him it's fully booked. Hence, he asks Tekun to show them cabin 2. Left alone, Ramla shows Santoso her husband's picture, who never returned from making the railway tracks for the Sankara train. He swears that he is not aware of or involved in any of the disappearances. Since there's only one seat left in cabin 2, Purnama makes Kembang take it and steps aside with Tekun to demand the truth. He finally spills everything, including the fact that they don't even know if they have help ahead. So Purnama shouts at him to tell everyone to know the truth. Meanwhile, the rich snobs don't tolerate the economy people and scold Tekun for bringing them to their cabin. Unpleasant with the scenario, they walk to the third cabin for lunch. Santoso goes to the air hostesses and sends Inda to serve the guests instead of Suchi, since she's having panic attacks. When the train goes through the third tunnel, the demons appear once again and take out Suchi first. The others, including Inda and Santoso, become the demons' target. Tekun and Purnama try to open the door for them, but it's jammed by the demons, who kill everyone in that cabin. Now, the rich snobs finally become aware of what's happening and rain chaos. Bara and the conductor shows up, accusing Tekun and the sisters of purposefully detaching the cabins in order to rob the elite ones. This prompts the felon to attack them in order to protect his money, but he gets killed by Purnama in the subduing attempt. Soon, the fourth tunnel comes closer. Bara and the conductor lock themselves up in the first cabin, but Tekun breaks the glass and secures the sisters. Sadly, the elites prevent him from going to the other cabin and start beating him up. The demons arrive when the train goes through the tunnel and obliterate everyone. Luckily, Tekun manages to join the sisters and secure himself. Now that the superstition about the demons is confirmed, everyone, including the conductor, plans on stopping the train. Bara takes the keys and volunteers to stop it, but instead locks himself up with the co-conductor and fastens the speed limit to reach the resort alone. Tekun breaks the glass and the conductor takes authority over him. Bara fights them when they try to stop the train, during which Tekun gets thrown out. They stop the train just before the tunnel and tie Bara up for his evil doing. When Ramla comes forward, revealing about the disappearances of the workers, including her husband, the conductor comes forward and unveils that Bara cut down a large portion of a jungle to extend his rail track to the resort. A local man warned him of the demons who lived in that jungle, but he ignored the warning and started the deforestation anyway. Everyone leaves him in the train and goes outside to make it to the resort by foot. Unfortunately, the night has fallen, due to which the demons come out of the tunnels to attack them. They run into the woods, but one by one, everyone gets caught by the demons, including the sisters. The demon brings everyone to the track and turns everyone into trees. Purnama's cancer saves her from turning into one, which makes her see her little sister turn into a tree and break down into tears. She returns to the place 6 months later with a local man after her cancer treatment. The local man confirms that her cancer made her metaphorically less fertile soil to turn into a tree. She sits by the tree her sister was turned into and talks for hours while crying. Here the movie ends. I hope you liked the story recap. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Thank you for being a part of Black's Movie Recaps. If these tales of mystery and intrigue sent shivers down your spine, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Black's Movie Recap for more bone-chilling narratives. Stay tuned, and until next time, stay captivated.